Hi friends, it's Elizabeth Stone with another episode of An Invitation. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a crustless quiche, sometimes known as a frittata. Okay, so now we're going to make this crustless quiche. I love to do crustless quiche. I love to do it in a cast iron skillet because the beautiful thing about doing that is you can put the skillet right from the oven onto the table, makes it beautiful. And the other thing is I sort of envision the cast iron skillet as the crust that we don't have, so it makes you feel good. So I've started with a little bit of oil in the skillet, and what you want to do is just take a paper towel and make sure that the whole skillet, sides and everything, is completely covered with oil. You can have a little extra in it, you just don't want it floating in there, but you can see that I've completely covered it with oil. It's nice, and that way when everything goes in it won't stick quite as much. So I'm going to put this over to the side, and then I'm going to set this over on the side for just a minute while we mix the mixture. So this is very similar to making a quiche, a regular quiche. So we're going to start with 8 eggs, and that's the right amount to fill up that skillet. So I'm going to use a whisk. You can use a fork, you can use a spoon, anything you want, and we're going to just mix this up really well until all of the egg yolks and the egg whites are well incorporated. And you'll see the eggs are going to start to change color. It's going to be a nice light yellow. And I usually mix it till it starts to have a few bubbles on top. You put a little bit of air into the mixture and it makes it nice and fluffy. Okay, so now we're going to add our milk. So you can use milk, you can use all sorts of different things, but my favorite mixture is a ½ cup of whole milk. And then what makes it really yummy is a ½ cup of heavy cream. You do not have to do this. You can use all milk, you can use skim milk. I just don't like it as much. I think the heavy cream really gives it a nice texture and flavor, especially if we're making this for Christmas morning. We want it to be really extra special. All right, and then usually it gets a little pinch of salt and pepper, but I'm gonna use my favorite seasoning, Jane's Mixed Up Crazy Salt, available at almost all grocery stores. I'm gonna put a nice teaspoon in. And you can see it in my hand. It's a mixture of nice sea salt and pepper and some herbs and spices. And I just think it gives everything a really nice flavor. What you want to do is we're going to add, you want to do about 1/3 cup of a cheese and 1/3 cup of the ingredients. But the way I like to start is I go ahead and put the ingredients in the pan before I pour the eggs in. So I'm going to use, I've got some Fontina cheese here that I'm going to use. I love Fontina cheese, it gives it a nice flavor. So we're gonna put that in. I'm gonna add some ham, and I've got about a 1/4 cup of ham. I've got roasted red bell peppers, and I've got some spinach. So I'm just gonna add all that in, and while that's in the skillet, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up without the eggs, and I'm just using my hands. You can use a spoon or a fork if you want to, and sort of spread that all around. And you know what? I'm going to add another cheese. I'm going to add some cheddar cheese too. So I like cheddar cheese. I'm going to just sprinkle that around. Oh, and maybe we'll just get crazy and add some bacon too. Why not? I have it all here, so might as well use it. So now I've got bacon and ham and cheddar and Fontina and red bell peppers and spinach. Yummy. Doesn't that look good? So now I'm going to pour my egg mixture right into there. And I'm just going to pour it all the way around. With a regular quiche, you don't need to do this, but because this is a crustless quiche, you want to mix it up just a little bit to make sure all of the eggs and everything get with all the mixture of the ingredients. Okay. And then I'm going to put a few more red bell peppers on top just so that we can see those. And one of the things you can do is make this, you can make all your mixture ahead of time, and then right at the end you can just make your egg mixture and pour it in and put it in the oven. Okay, so we are ready to go. I'm going to put it in the oven, 350 for 30 to 40 minutes until it's set and nice and brown, and we'll be back to taste it in just a few minutes. Doesn't this look good? This is our crustless quiche. It just came out of the oven. You can see the smoke coming up from it. Oh my goodness, it smells good. All right, so let's cut it and see what happens. So what I usually do before I serve this is I go ahead and cut it in some portions so that it's easier for people to pick it up. So I'm just cutting through it. So we've got some nice pieces in here. And then I've got a triangular spatula, and I'm gonna have a little piece to taste. I don't need a big piece. And sometimes it sticks a little bit, but this seems like it's coming out nice. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I usually, on the buffet, also put a spoon in case it doesn't come out clean, then the guest can just scoop it up with a spoon. So let's give this a taste and see how we did. Look at how beautiful that is on the side. You get the nice coloration. You can see the green and the red. It's very festive for Christmas, and it's nice and light and airy. It's golden brown on the top. All right, and so this is our crustless quiche. Let's take a bite. It's really hot, so now let me cool it off just a minute. That is really yummy. You get all the flavors. The eggs are nice and light. We've got the bacon. I'm sorry, not the bacon. We have ham and red bell peppers and spinach here, and it just looks really yummy. Thank you for joining us today on this episode of An Invitation. Remember, we're here to make entertaining and cooking easy for you. Always make it fun. Always make it easy. But more important than anything, please enjoy the experience. Cheers. Until next time.